Find me Wendy fucking Rhodes. She's actually here. What is so fucking wrong about me that you're sure I shouldn't be fucking president?
All right, you motherfuckers. When that bell rings, I'm coming out of the gates like I ain't been fed for a week. Better try and stay with me or get ready to look real fucking bad come comp time.
I'm not sure I like this. Am I supposed to like this?
Like you said, we had to give him something.
This guy, though? I can't have a whiff of how he used to do it. I can't have it.
I'll be sure to keep him on a tight leash.
Make it a choke collar.
For the coronation of a new monarch.
Stirring spot, isn't it?
And I think I understand why you picked it. But I was surprised this was the me. Thought I'd have to take a longer flight to see you. Maybe blindfolded, so I couldn't lead them back to you even under duress. We built that place, you and me. If I leave, look, it's still intact for now, but it won't be. If the guy who's running it keeps going the way he is, the people won't be intact.
What am I supposed to do, fix it?
It's not just the firm I'm worried about. Worried the damage he's going to do is even greater outside. But yeah, let's start with figuring out how we protect the thing that we made.
If that's why you've come, you're not alone.
If you will publicly admit that when you were Attorney General, you wrongfully recommended to our former president that he fire me from my position at SDNY, I give you my word that as soon as I reclaim that post, I will get you released. I will make it my first order of business.
Let's start with the names of all your partners in the last 5 years.
What, now?
You can make a list on your phones.
I'm not reading this in front of him.
Yeah, nope.
I completely understand. I know that one.
3 down.
4.
How many down does it go?
It's not a competition. There's neither the room nor the need for jealousy of the past. Let's stay forward focused. Okay. Good. But no more all-you-can-eat buffet. It's prefixed for the both of you from here on out. Can you do that?
Party crasher. Hold!
Prince, thought his text said you could have him.
Let's see where this goes.
a plane starts to taxi, take out the tires.
Kid gave himself up.
But it wasn't his idea. This man was a fugitive from justice attempting to flee.
Which is why I ordered my plane to land. As a U.S. citizen, nothing is more important than obeying the law.
And as a sworn upholder of those laws, I'll take it from here.
So, you got me boxed up like supermarket sushi, and maybe that'll help you sleep at night, sort of, but I have a different vision.
Dying to hear it.
Make a friend of me. And instead of a liability, you'll have an ally for life. Talk about sleeping like a baby.
Uh-huh. And how does this nifty picture come together?
Help me get my law license back.
Not easy. Brutal, in fact.
Yeah, but that's your specialty. You do that, I sail off into corporate law or M&A, and I stay out of your sandbox unless you need me.
Something like that will take a good while.
Well, till then, you can find me behind the Tepan, biding my time with my mouth shut.
So, I'll make you an offer. You get Grigor to the U.S., I'll owe you a debt.
You do remember when I kicked him out of there, that too was a favor to you.
Yeah, it's all more perplexing than the portrayal of Johnny Casper, but I need it done. So, if you do it, I promise that I will come through for you when you ask. And I think you know, when I make a promise, I don't come up short.
Thank you for not keeping me safe in my bubble. The idea that I would reassess my campaign, quit because of a few grumblers in the company, well, I needed to hear that. That was a professional boot in the ass. Finally saw what you were doing. The destiny. It's in me.
I knew you'd put yourself back together. Glad you did.
Ready?
I put him back together after you kicked the pieces across the floor.
This is why I brought you a special gift. You should open it now. Might come in handy in case you need to hang in. My friend Christian designed them personally.
Gossamer wings.
No, I cannot tell you if they support flight since I didn't test them myself, but since you live on the 29th floor, maybe you would like to be the test pilot?
You could have sent this message in so many ways without coming to New York.
What fucking fun would there be in letting someone else throw you out the window?
The sad fact is that some senility awaits us all in the golden years.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh, are you saying he's...
There are over 100 types of dementia.
So it can be tough to pinpoint which we're talking about, but I think it's clear that something.
My last med workup says I'm sharp as a goddamn titanium tack. Can you say the same?
The commissioner is granting your request. You're free to go. But he is indeed referring it to the DA's office.
Great. Swell. Perfect. Wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you, officer. And thank you, sir, for your fealty to the auto safety corridor.
I note the sarcasm, for the record.
Bowing and scraping like that? I thought you had juice.
Can we just get out of here, please?
Do I need to call a lawyer?
You sent for me. You didn't tape an axe to a telephone pole, but you asked for me just the same.
I don't want to talk to you.
Of course you don't.
Your mouth is dry. You look like you put in some hard miles. You need to hydrate.
A friend was climbing Makalu as a tune-up for Everest, and there was an accident. They took an alternate route because of weather, and now they're injured and socked in.
That sounds rough. Is it Lynn? Can she turn her beacon on so rescue teams can get her down?
Can't do that. The alternate route may have been over the border in China. Is in China. No beacon. It has to be a private rescue.
Extra rough.
This just got hot button. Now, any engagement with China just sets us up to get crushed by some segment of our potential voters. Oh, and the current government, of course.
You sure she can't make it down and be reached by other climbers? If it gets truly dire, of course we'll step up, but I can't send rescue choppers every time a climbing buddy of yours gets socked in.
I am aware of the situation-relevant concerns of your life right now, and I wouldn't be asking if this was just some climbing buddy.
It's not Lynn. Who is it?
Derek.
Ah, Derek. Good old Derek. I bet he was on that list on your phone, wasn't he? No nukes. Let's have a concert. Chant it out. Most times, most all the time. That's right.
What distinction are you making, Mike?
It's not 61 anymore. This isn't about slicing off a piece of a Central European nation. There are events in the world today that can turn existential so quickly that every option needs to be credibly on the table.
So am I to understand that you were actually suggesting that there are first strike strategies that you see as plausible?
If a hostile nation state were going to initiate, if we knew they had plans to launch, I would be open to launching first in order to shut them down, to save further carnage.
Derek, what do you see?
Bogey! We were running clean. Did he turn on his beacon?
No.
We have Chinese military in the area. They are right on top of us. Oh, this is turning into a soup sandwich. How the hell did they get a lock? Abort! Sorry, Chief. Bugging out.
Derek. Can you hear me, Derek?
I'm sorry, Andy.
No, they can
We
still...
have to assume he's alive, but in Chinese custody.
Zooming up the fucking holes.
There was a potential equal time issue.
She's too effective. We need her out of here.
Isn't she supposed to be running for Congress? Duty for Prince.
She needs to understand the hazards of staying.
So the cameras are pointed away from the PMs at their desk, away from the Bloombergs. There are zones of safety, and with that, this is mostly legal.
You take over your enemy's company, you put in appropriate measures without exposing Prince unnecessarily.
I heard some talk about you giving out tracker rings before I got here. Decoys.
We assumed people would figure it out.
And stop looking for anything else. Devious. In a good way.
I have always been highly skilled at earning people's trust through means legit and illegit.
And at betraying it, Chuck.
Yes, that too. And so I realized that now I need to give trust. Wendy, I know if I hand you this material, you will never use it against me, even if I deserve it, for the sake of our children.
Sadly true.
But Wags will not hesitate to ruin me, as he just made painfully clear in my office. So my only question is, do you trust him not to burn me with this if I do right by all of you?
With my life.
Then I do too.
This doesn't even look fun adjacent.
No, not fun at all. Wendy, Wags, and Taylor have been plotting an assassination. My assassination. Staying silent is the first wise thing any of you have done in a long while. Let me talk to you in a language that you'll immediately understand. That of the great Marcellus Wallace. You might feel a slight sting. That's pride. Fucking with you.
Marcellus Wallace nearly lost everything he had by obsessing over that shit. Until he was rescued by the very man he said those words to. In that case, enemies became allies, but don't count on that here. And since we're doling out counsel to one another, let me give you a bromide. Turns out to be true. In life, focus on your friends, Mike, not your enemies. Get the best out of them. They'll handle the attacks for you.
Yeah, I'll follow the advice of my countrymen, not exiles. Fact is, every serious contender for the presidency has an enemies list. The ones that go the distance, they're the ones who square theirs away. Like I just did.
You signed this when you took the reins? Personally certifying to the company's financials. And the real books, they've somehow been on your tablet this whole time, in documents linked to your software. It looks like you were aware. Who even knows about this?
Prince.
He saw beyond what I could see.
You saw what you were supposed to see. Same as me, but this is why he urged me to sign on.
He used me to hurt you.
To neutralize me with the threat of hurting me. I had other offers, half a dozen on this scale. Maybe Prince forced a card, maybe the whole deck was tainted, it's hard to know. This would probably have happened anyway.
I want out.
You know Derek? You know of him anyway, don't you? He's my +1. You know, he got here so last minute he hasn't had a chance to catch up with Andy. Yet.
You think I'm sorry an American has been released from captivity? Family friend I sent Tiger Team to rescue? I'm glad you're back on American soil, Derek. Doesn't stop me from pulling the lever on Wendy.
Oh, I think we both know that it does.
A few weeks in a Chinese prison camp. Been running my nights with Andy through my mind. What I just whispered to you, that's just a taste of what I'll be happy to say to Anderson, Christian, Rachel, all of them. Everything. From the freckle on her glute to the way she exhales when she's really excited.
It's time.
Oh, fuck.
Hello, everyone. No intros needed. You know who I am, and I know those of you it's important to know. It's been a real kick doing the roundy round with you all. But I've made my decision. To not only throw my support behind our next president, Mike Prince, but to become his partner, his vice president, for the good of our country and the whole world.
Yeah, like I said.
At least you got a decent price.
Governor, thank you. I'll meet up with you shortly.
Gentlemen.
You're a few minutes late for me to ask the president to pardon you, Axe.
No, Mike, I am right on time. And I'm glad you got your audience, because that's the closest you'll get to that office. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life.
Mike. Look, Mike.
Well, that can't be right. There's got to be a hack. It says...
Yeah, that the entire portfolio was wiped out.
Whatever you think you're doing, it's not going to work.
Not doing, Mike. Done.
Getting into the portfolio now. Have the chopper blade spinning when we get there. Scooter, you'll go from the heliport right to the SEC. Get this cleared up.
Got it.
It's not letting me do anything. I'm locked out. Drive! You can all do me the courtesy of getting the fuck out of my office before...
Another rough and tumble day on Wall Street, I see.
Governor, much to talk about here, but I have something I have to deal with first.
Not so much, I'm afraid. Hi, Axe. I want to thank you for your counsel.
Oh, shit. Bradford, don't walk out on me. I'm still a viable candidate. The nation is ready to follow me. You saw me with the president. I'm ready for this. It's my time.
I don't think so, Mike. It's never happened that the whole premise for a candidacy has been erased. But today, it happened. You were the self-made, rich candidate, and now you're not. There's no coming back from this. Not in this election cycle, anyway.
I get it. The consultant jumps off the sinking ship like a rat.
Can't catch any air once you're underwater.
If you find yourself at loose ends, Bradford, Wendy Rhodes did tip me to your skills. And I have a spot for you.
Were you with them?
Nope.
Nope. This is midnight at the costume ball. All masks off. I know it was you. You played me with that loyalty act. And you, Kate, you ratted them out to me so that I'd trust you and Philip, and to ferret out the extent of the surveillance.
You're too smart, Mike. We knew you'd catch them sooner or later. I suggested sooner.
Disbarment be damned.
I turned them into you. If you recall, I recommended you fire the lot of them. What am I guilty of? Talking to them once you decided not to?
So this is it.
Hey man, endings are tough. Someone always ends up unsatisfied.
Truer thing ever said. I don't mind admitting I'm a bit rattled right now. Standing 8 count, I'll get my win back. You have to know, I'm going to sue the lot of you and see to it that criminal charges are brought.
I think you're gonna find a road to that that's very steep and slippery.
And expensive, which may present some difficulty. But if you decide to persist, please refer all legal action to Oren Bach here, my general counsel. You gonna finally come on and do this for me, Oren?
Why not? You'll take up all my time anyway, but I'm delighted to make it official.
So yeah, Mike, this is what it's like to lose.
I bet that felt good.
That one did, yeah.
You know what? Maybe I should be thanking all you bastards for giving me a chance to go out and do it all again. Spin it up.
You're welcome, then. Did wonders for me when you put me in that very position.
This country's built on second acts. And when you see mine, you better duck and fucking cover.